Hi everybody, Kathy Tibbles here with WordPress Barista. And it's Friday. Hello, welcome. I'm so excited to have Friday. I don't have big plans for the weekend. I'm going to a friend's to help with her birthday party. She has twins that are turning 9, and there's going to be 20 little 9-year-olds running around. So that'll be fun. And today it's 9 o'clock, so there was a couple of things I was going to show you. One was my setup, because I haven't got a little tripod thing for my phone. The other one is that I'm going to answer your questions. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll be able to see them, and I think so, and answer them. And I'm also going to answer a question I got via email, and that is, when should you switch host? Actually, it was more like, I hate my hosts. They're very frustrating, and I was down. So, and unfortunately, I get that quite often, probably a couple times a month. There's somebody that wants to move from one host to another. Now, this is not for WordPress.com or Blogger.com, because those are hosted solutions where you're somewhere else. These are for people who are paying monthly for their own hosting company. And sometimes a host will go down, and then it gets very frustrating. Or if your website goes down, everybody seems to blame it on the host, but that's not always the case. More times than not, it is something like a collision conflict within your own website. For WordPress, there are a whole lot of things that go into making the website. There are your plugins and your themes and your scripts and your ads, and then your posts, and all of those things go into making one website. And so, plus it's hosted on a host. And then there's also the security issue. So if something goes wrong and your site goes down, it's not always, actually it's rarely the host's fault. Hosts are used to protecting websites. They're used to protecting themselves. Their whole business relies on the fact that they need to stay up. There are guidelines for hosting companies. I'll always tell people that those shared accounts where they're like, it's unlimited everything and it's under $10 a month, those hosting accounts are for if you have 1,000 visitors or less. I wouldn't recommend a shared hosting. They're called shared hosting accounts. Basically, if you're paying under $10 a month, you're probably on a shared account. And I don't recommend that if you get more than 1,000 visitors a month. Who else loves their McDonald's coffee? Can't help myself. Okay. So if you get more than 1,000 visitors a month, I recommend a more robust hosting company like Web Synthesis, or there was another one, Pagely is also specializing in managed WordPress hosting. And I just did a review this week for Rainmaker Hosting. Now, it's not really a hosting company, it's kind of an all-in-one solution. That's interesting. I still have to put my thoughts together, and then I will let you know what I think about Rainmaker. But that was the one question that I wanted to tackle this week, is basically, when should you switch hosts? In my opinion, you shouldn't. If you're on a shared hosting plan and you get more than 1,000 visitors a day, then you do want to bump up to something that's more managed, and you should be paying probably between $20 and $30 a month for a managed hosting account, and I highly recommend Web Synthesis. If you are getting under 1,000 visitors a day, you will be just fine. Oh, my phone beeped at me, totally distracted me. Under 1,000 visitors, shared hosting is fine. That's all I needed to say. And if you also look at it, if your host goes down, I resell HostGator services, and I'm totally happy with it as long as you're under 1,000 visitors a day. If it goes down, which it has maybe 3 times in 7 years, it will go down for maybe a couple of hours. But if you look at that, that's 120 minutes. And how many minutes are in a year? I have no idea, but it's going to be a lot. And so when they say they have a 99% uptime guarantee, I'm going to say that even if it's down for a couple of hours, that is well within their 99%. So If you have any other questions, now's the time to type them in. Those are my thoughts when it comes to hosting and when you should switch. Is there anything else about hosting that you need to know? It's different from WordPress.org. I said that in the beginning of this. So once I finish this and publish it, you can go to the top if you're just joining us. If you have any other questions, now is the time to put them in. I'm happy to answer WordPress related questions, SEO questions. Lately, I've been totally studying up on email marketing. It's becoming my new thing. Well, anyway, lots of things are my new thing. It's fun to learn and to grow with this amazing interwebs that we're on. So no other questions. I will say adios. Have a wonderful weekend. And for my American friends, have a wonderful long weekend. And I will see you next Friday. Come with your questions, leave them in the comment box or email me at kathy@wpbarista.com and I'm more than happy to answer them every Friday, 9 a.m. Have a good weekend, everybody.